Changing minds one thought at a time.
Greetings, and welcome to the Motivate Social Podcast, where we bring you people who are changing the world via social media. How are you doing today, Vanessa?
I am doing all right. Oh, my goodness, I'm excited. How are you?
I am great. I cannot believe that on June 6th, it was the anniversary of our very first Motivate Social Podcast. How amazing is that?
Absolutely amazing. I can't believe that it's already been a year. What the heck is going on?
I know, right? I know. It is so amazing that we have been able to be in contact with some awesome people who are changing the world via social media. And I guess we should probably talk about that, right? Why we chose to do that. Well, I mean, the main thing is that we both believe in changing people's lives for the better, for putting your message out when nobody else is, and things of that nature. And because of that, we came up with this podcast so that we can bring out people who are changing the world via social media, whether they have a cause, whether they have a brand, whether they have a platform, whether they are changing the world of social media in its totality. We wanted to feature these people because we don't just feature the sung, but we feature the unsung. Why? Because the unsung need to be known. They're still doing some great things that a lot of people don't know about. And if we can use our platform to increase their knowledge and increase their audience, more the better, right, Vanessa?
I totally agree. Because sometimes people don't even have that opportunity to be able to share exactly what they do if they are not on a certain standards in other people's eyes. But the message that they bring can be so powerful, and they have to understand that they don't need to have a huge platform to be able to have that voice, to be able to help the voiceless. So it's an honor to be able to show them that you do have people out here that want to be able to help you, to put you into that spotlight, because you are worth it. You are absolutely worth it.
Yes, right there. That is it right there. Knowing your worth. You know, that's one of the reasons why we did this podcast, because a lot of people are doing things and then they stop because they don't think that people are supporting them, or people are following the message or following the lead. But guess what? It's not the fact that there's nobody to support. The people that are supposed to support you, they don't know about it. That's the difference. That's the difference. And as soon as you see it that way, okay, maybe the people I'm targeting are not my audience. So that means that I need to go out someplace else. So how do I do that? I do that through social media. I get on Instagram and I share my videos. I get on Periscope and I share my message. I get on YouTube and I put my message out to the world. I get on Twitter and make sure that I'm sharing my message in 140 characters or less, right? So, you know, you get out there and you use the platforms that are, free 99, but have amazing reach to do what? To spread the message. Why? Because what you have is valuable and people need to know about it, and they're not going to know about it as long as you're sitting on your couch cushions doing couch cushion meditations. I say this all the time, yet people choose not to believe. I was that person. I was doing a whole lot of couch cushion meditation. But one day I decided that I was going to push the Periscope button, and I was going to tell people about a Twitter chat. And that day, in June of 2015, has now catapulted me into quadrupling my audience to speaking engagements, event promotions, articles, interviews, books, you name it, we're doing some of it, right? And see, and of course, Vanessa has her accolades as well, which she's getting ready to share. But if I decided not to get off that couch, what would I be doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question. But guess what? I will never know the answer to that because I decided to get off the couch cushion, and I decided to put my message out to the world, and I'm still pushing my message out to the world. There's more people for me to reach, but guess what? I got started, and I'm leveraging, and I'm moving, and that's the starting point. What about you, Vanessa? What was your experience with social media?
Totally agree.
So tell us about how you've been reaching the people.
Hello?
Yes. Vanessa?
There you go.
Okay. Tell the people. Tell us
out.
About how you've been reaching
Are
the
you
people.
still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Perfect. It's, we have to understand that we all have a message. Whatever that message, you may think that it's a small message, but it could be absolutely a huge message for the next person. You never know, right? And so with Dr. Finch taking the opportunity that was placed in front of her to be able to press go live on Periscope, look what happened. Now she has created a platform where other people were afraid to be able to just go live. And now they're able to share their message as well. And so that one person was me who was afraid to go live because I didn't know what was on the other side of this new technology thing. But because I made that decision to say, you know what, I'm scared and all, I went live. And so I was able to connect with the amazing Dr. Finch, which now look what we're doing. We're doing some amazing things, just absolutely amazing. In this time, people didn't know what we were bringing to the table, but now we are called the dynamic duo, and we call the dynamic duo for a reason, because when you see Dr. Akina Finch and Vanessa Canteberry come together, trust and believe there's going to be some bombs dropped, some nuggets dropped, some mic dropped, but you will have something to be able to pick up and use and implement into whatever that is that you're using, that you need to do, that's going to move you and to be able to let you know that we, too, was on the other side of being scared. And still and all, the new things that we're going to be doing, we're still scared, but we know that people need to hear it. People are waiting for us to be able to drop that next bomb, to be able to drop that next nugget, to be able to drop that next mic. But what if we didn't show up? Now imagine what if you don't show up, right? Then that means those people that's waiting to pick that information up, they're struggling more than need be when you have become an expert in that industry. So, yeah, I'm excited, Dr. Finch. I am so excited of just where we're going. Well, it is amazing. 1 year already? Oh, my God. 1 year?
I know.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about some of the guests that we've had on the show this time, in the past year. Oh, my goodness. Of course, I love the show with Ryan Bell and Kathy Hackle. Both of them are, of course, social media and VR powerhouses. And because of the information that they were giving and the conferences I've been to with them, I've actually started doing a little VR myself. What about you, Vanessa? What shows did you like?
Well, I like the one we had with Crystal Nicole, as she was sharing how she came out of now being a new entrepreneur and an author. The one we had with Cherie Good of the health and the wellness, that was absolutely amazing. We did our first telesummit. Oh, my goodness, that was absolutely amazing with phenomenal women with great reviews from doing that. we just had some amazing shows that every time we had a new guest, we not only did we pour into them, but they were able to pour back into us. So that alone was like, goodness, it was just endless of the people that we had. What is his name? Pastor Samuel Gill, I believe his name is.
Yes.
We had
Samuel
him on the
McGill.
show.
Yes.
McGill. Okay. We had him on the show. It's just been absolutely phenomenal of the different people with the different backgrounds. You get to learn a lot about people just by giving them a platform just to share their message. So that alone, my goodness, was just absolutely phenomenal. And how many people are just starting to hear more about the what we do, and we had so many people that was waiting in line just to be able to get on and just to be able to share. Because, again, how many people give them that opportunity? You know what I mean? So that was amazing. That was amazing.
You know, I really enjoyed the show with the AIB queen herself, author in business. For those that don't know what AIB is, AIB Nation. Of course, that's Desiree Lee. And, you know, and from that, we've also had a few others from that tribe as well that are going to be on the show. We're going to have Veronica McCall, Stephanie Ellis, and, of course, Simone Warden. And they're coming up in the next few weeks. And, oh, my goodness, you know, Desiree has a way of just laying it out there plain, putting out that energy, motivating the people, and then she just starts out slow, and then the next thing you know, you just done got hypnotized. You're like, oh, my goodness, what really happened in this situation, you know? And then, of course, we had my fun-loving friend, Dr. Walter Sims, on here. And he came with just as much energy as he comes with Periscope. And he was giving out the nuggets, you know, because, of course, he is a minister of the gospel. And so he put out a lot of different nuggets that's going to help us in our lives. And he's doing that through social media. He's also doing radio as well as we were at the time that we interviewed him. And so it was so wonderful to see somebody who was also an influencer be able to talk about the different things about what happened when they pushed that start broadcast button. So what about you, Vanessa? You have some more?
Yes. Letitia Nicole. Remember her? She was really, really good. She was to have. It was like a breath of fresh air, and just hearing her backstory. Because I tell everybody, we all have a backstory. No matter where you come from, you all have a story to share. You didn't go through the things that you went through to keep it to yourself. And so she was so transparent and just sharing her story. That alone, my goodness, that was really, really good. And just having people just to be able just to be free. You don't have to be worried about stiff, afraid of sharing your story with us. But more importantly, just understand that you too have that story, that journey that you went on, to be in the position that you currently are in. So she was an amazing, great guest. I remember when we had our telesummit, when we had Darlene Brown and Cheryl Woods and what is her other name? Oh, my goodness. Queen Activate, Lucinda Cross.
Yes.
Having her on the show. That was just amazing. I believe we need to be able to do another one of those because people were really shocked that we came with some heavy hitters. You know what I mean? Just come with some heavy hitters for our very first telesummit. But that goes to show that no matter how far you are, you still giving back and just letting other people know that you can reach. It's just levels. You just have to be okay with being uncomfortable in order for you to be able to be stretched. So that's the telesummit was amazing with Crystal stretching. I want to call it stretching. I'm terrible with names at times. You had Kathy Hunter on there, Dr. Finch and myself. We both were part of it as well, sharing our topic of the week. It was just absolutely amazing. It was amazing. I can't even express how that experience was. One of the most, like, it set the tone for what we was about to drop next, which was our book. I Am More Than. And that alone right there, people were like, wait a minute, hold on. I thought you guys were just doing podcasts. No, you never know what God has in store. We want to make sure that we're giving you guys something that's going to make you say, you know what, I know where I can go back and get some great, valuable information, some great content, and I know this is going to be coming from a great place. So that's what we were really, really big on. And that's one thing that people when you're looking to be able to connect with people, you want to make sure that you're on the same wavelength. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that if, you know, you're not going to know it all and they could be able to accept you for not knowing it all, but for the other person to be able to pick off where you're not so good at, but they're good in that effort, it makes a great team. And that's Dr. Finch and I, the dynamic duo. We make a great team because this is like divine intervention. We, you know, where she falls short there, where I fall short at, we're able to come together and make this a powerful movement because this is not about us. It's not. It's about making sure that other people know that you, too, could be able to come out of those dark places and to be able to understand that your message needs to be in the spotlight. So imagine that day when Dr. Finch was on Periscope and she called me out. And I said, well, wait a minute, hold on. What did I do? And when she called me out, I had I think it was my second book, Breaking the Cycle, and I was in the process of getting this book completed, but she called me out. She said, Vanessa, that wasn't her plan to call me out, but sometimes when it's time to be able to be called to the carpet, you never know who's going to do it, and she did it at this moment. And she called me to the carpet, and she basically called me out. And sometimes somebody got to put you on the Front Street, like, hello, Vanessa, and she did. And so now that book is out, and it's changing lives. So it happens. It happens to the best of us, and it was needed, and I'm grateful for it, period. So, Dr. Finch, your book, you did a book as well. Tell me about your book.
Yes, I did during this time period. The telesummit was actually called Motivate Ignite, and it was a spinoff of, it was actually an introduction to the book, and it was done in August, so it was a kind of a teaser to get the people excited about it. So each person that spoke actually did one of the chapters in the book, and then Motivation Ignited came out on Thanksgiving Day 2016, and I just pushed the button. I didn't tell anybody I was going to push the button or anything, just pushed the button, and I went on to, I was getting ready to take it down, and then somebody saw it and shared it like within 5 minutes all over Facebook. And I'm like, okay, well, it's out there now, amen. So, you know, thus it was my ride towards being a best-selling author. And now we're also best-selling authors with the I Am More Than book, and that's our empowerment journal. And we're going to come out with something else later on this year together that's going to complement that, because we want you to think of us as your empowerment hub. We're here to make you excited about reaching your next level. If you want support, we got it. If you want motivation, we got it. If you want inspiration, we got that too. And people are like, why is that different? Oh, it's very different. But you'll hear more about that in our podcast to come. And, I mean, I'm just so excited that we were able to talk to so many people, you know, along this journey. Of course, we had my friend Frank Salas, and he was so full of energy, so full of knowledge. to help our entrepreneurs. We had Stacey Lynn Hart. She's been doing Bible News Radio for almost 10 years now, and she has brought in many heavy hitters, and she was telling us about how she brings those heavy hitters in, and then how, of course, she uses her platform to bring people to Christ. Of course, we had, oh my goodness, we had Fabiola Giordani, we had Cynthia Bazin. I mean, we had Matt Crane, and if y'all have not heard of the Power of Great podcast, you definitely need to check it out. Matt Crane is an awesome speaker, and he is very motivational. He came on our podcast, and then he came on our radio show and shut it down both times. We were all three of us just going in together. Remember that, Vanessa?
Oh yeah. That I said, dang. Okay. Can we get him again? And ever since then, see, this is the thing. You want to be greater than what you were last week, maybe last month. You want to be able to make those connections with people that's greater, right? And so he dropped the mic so much. I said, wait a minute, what the heck? And I came into his Periscope one time. And as soon as I came in there, he knew exactly who I was. But I said, wait a minute, we need to get him back again. It was just like he was dropping them. So I just love that. I just want to, just to make sure that we constantly keep making those connections. That's the Finch now. You guys have no clue how much behind the scenes we always brainstorming and making sure that we're bringing you more nuggets and more people that could be able to not only empower us, because we always got to go back and get a refill, but to be able to empower you as well. There's enough room for all of us, but majority don't really take the tips and tools that's given. But those that's willing to be able to take the tips and tools, we're going to keep on giving it to you so you can pick them up and implement them wherever you need to in your life.
Oh, exactly. And along our journey, we met so many people along the way that we, of course, we brought them on the show. So, of course, we had Sherry Sims. She is the career guru. She'll tell you how to transition into a new career, make that career better, move to a new one. That's her stick, right? And then we have Dr. Princess Fumi. She calls herself the Wisdom Midwife. So, you already know where we're coming with that one, right? And then, of course, we had Shantae Brown. And my goodness, she just wrote a new book to encourage moms. I mean, yes. It was so many people on here. Keisha Blunt, she also is a woman that has a movement for moms. Being on the show with Vanessa, my eyes were open so much to the mom movement. Because, I don't fall into that category. So Vanessa had to open my eyes to the mom movement. But I am so glad that she did, And, of course, she had her mentee on the show, Brittany Clark. And next time I'm going to have, and this year I'm going to have my mentee on. So y'all look out for that. Y'all are going to be amazed with her transformation. Oh, my goodness. She is so the bomb. Of course, we had Danielle Willingham, and she was dropping nuggets about how to make that money. And then we had Tasha Scott. She's a coach. She's a motivator. She's a speaker. Oh, my goodness, there was so much energy there. And we had Blogging Concentrated. They have a podcast out about blogging. They sit up there and they go around to different entities and talk about the power of blogging and how that blogging can change your business or take it to the next level. So we've had a lot of different people on here. What about you, Vanessa? Do you remember any more?
We have so many amazing people. I can't even keep up. I just want to just keep on bringing more and more amazing people.
I know, right? And, while in the middle of it, I did something different this year. And I don't know if anybody noticed it, but each year we change our pictures around. So last year we had one different outline. This year we have a different outline. Next year we're going to have a different outline for views. Why? Because we always want to keep it fresh. We want to keep it moving. If we're going to bring on motivators and social influencers, then we have to be motivated and socially influenced, right? We got to be popping, you know. So, but the logo will always be the same with our two little caricatures together in the circle, the dynamic duo, because that's who we are, right, Vanessa?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, it's amazing to sum up a year in 30 minutes, huh? But, you know, I think we did a good job at it. What you think?
Pretty amazing. They don't call us a dynamic duo for nothing.
So let's spend this last few minutes talking about what we have for them in the future.
Mm.
So I think you have an announcement to make. You have an announcement, right?
Oh, God, yeah. Well, as of yesterday, I just dropped my next book, which is going to be bestseller. Amen.
Amen.
It's called Do I Not Matter? The Residual You Left Behind. And it's basically a book that's in the realm of parents, basically single parents. If you come from a single parent household, or even if you come from a two-parent household, sometimes you still feel like you're living in a single-parent household. And because of the interaction with the parents and they can't get their stuff together, they fail to realize that who gets caught in the middle, which is our children. And so I thought I was done writing like books. But this book is something that's so near and dear to me. Because I do come from a single-parent household, and plus I am a single parent, so I see the different dynamics of being a single parent and what can possibly happen when our children are getting lost in the way of our shuffle, of our mess, of not getting it together. So, yeah, it's going to be really, really good. I'm excited. I'm scared as heck, but I'm excited.
Well, congratulations, Ms. Vanessa, and we have a group venture together. It is called our Unity Brunch. That is right. We are going to be in Chicago together for 3 hours where you get to brunch with us, yes. Food will be there, and you can just go over to our website and, get your ticket. Why? Because you need to be in the place. Why? Because you got to be with the dynamic duo, right? I'm just saying. I mean, it's just like, it's a given. So Chicago natives, anybody in the Illinois area, of course, if you want to fly to us, that'd be great too. We want you in the place because it's going to be a lot of energy. And the point of it is that we are bringing bridge builders together to make unity in the community. How about that, Vanessa?
Come on now. Come on.
Oh, my goodness, Vanessa. I appreciate you. You know, if you, so definitely go to bit.ly/Unity Brunch and get your ticket. We would really love to see you there. It's August the 12th from 11 to 2. So we look forward to seeing you there. And any closing words, Vanessa?
I just want to be able to say it's been such an honor to be able to work with you. Not only just work with you, but I could be able to confide in you. I could be able to call you. I could be able to lean on you. When I fall short, you don't say, okay, now get it together, get your life together, cuss me out, and none of that stuff. You just realize that I'm human. And just to constantly just keep growing and empowering people around the world, one person at a time. This journey has been absolutely phenomenal. Like, dynamic duo, God knew exactly what he was doing when he connected you and I.
I agree. And it's definitely been an honor to work with you. And, you have a lot of skills that I don't, or at least I don't really work in anymore. And so, and it's been a good experience. And, you pulled out a lot of stuff in me that I had laying dormant. So I want to thank you. And so, and last but not least, we want to thank the audience for listening to the Motivate Social Podcast, where we bring you people who are changing the world via social media. Why? Because you need to know who they are so that you can see that you can do it too. So till next time, everyone, good night.
Good night.